Hi friends, we will see an interesting poem today. This is about a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. So a little knowledge makes you talk a lot. If you are a more knowledgeable man, if you are a well-read man, you are usually silent. You are usually calm in the sense that you don't want to show off. So in that sense, there is a poem here. Let us see. I will read the poem, you read it after me, then I will explain, then again I will go into certain grammatical points here, and then we will wind up repeating the shloka. I will read. Yada kinchignoham gajaiva madandhas samabhavam tada sarvagnyosmityabhavad avaliptam mama manah yada kinchit kinchit budhajana sakashad avagatam tada murkhosmiti jvara iva mado me vyapagatah. So he is talking about an elephant. The poet is comparing himself to an elephant. Of course, the poet is not criticizing anybody else, he is criticizing himself. So he is telling about his own experience. That is, he says, when I was not knowing much, when I was a man of little learning, yada kinchignyah aham. Kinchit means a very little. Kinchignyah, a person who knows very little. When I was knowing very little, then I was feeling like what? I was feeling like an elephant, gaja. Gaja in Sanskrit means elephant. Then elephant is something which symbolizes great pride and pomp and then show and all that. Gaja, usually an elephant is compared to symbolize a pompous behavior, very pompous, say dignified, not only dignified, elegant. Here of course we are not talking about dignity, pride, arrogance, we are talking about that. Gajaiva, madandha. Madandha means blind with that say arrogance. A person who is little, he knows a little and then he thinks that he knows too much. So madandha, he doesn't see anything else. Madandha samabhavam. I was like that. And then he says, then I was thinking, oh, I know everything. Tada sarvagnyosmiti. I know everything. Then like that, with that arrogance, my mind was smeared. My mind was avaliptam. Avaliptam is, that is, my mind was so smeared with it. Lepanam. Lepanam is something like a paint. Avaliptam is something which is smeared by that, smeared by arrogance. But then it so happened that I came into contact with some good people, came into contact with learned people, not merely good, but learned people. Then slowly when I started learning a little by little, kinchit, a little by little, when I started learning, then I realized the vastness of knowledge. The vastness of knowledge, then I became humble. I became humble by that, and then that mada, that sort of arrogance, which was almost like a disease, that was somewhat like a jvara. Jvara means something like a syndrome. Jvara, not exactly disease here, some sort of syndrome. That syndrome left me. So that is what the poet says here. And in fact, most of us go through this experience, say, at some point in life. At some point in life, we think, oh, earlier I was thinking that I knew all this, but now I know how little I know. It happens. Suppose you start reading, any subject you take, and then in the beginning you think that you know everything. But slowly when you go into the depths of it, you see the vastness of the subject. Every shastra is like that. Every science is like that. And then sometimes the parents also, sometimes they contribute to this arrogance. That is, parents, there are two ways. We see two types of parents. Parents, they encourage a child. Suppose the child performs well, they encourage and then task him further and challenge him further. Of course, not to a breaking point, but challenge him further, encourage. See that a proper environment of competition is there. Instead of doing that, some other parents, they merely praise. We have seen parents, that is parents praising their children. Oh, my son is so intelligent, I don't know what this chap will become. He will be like another Einstein, they will say. So people shower some empty praises. That is not encouragement. Encouragement is different and praising is different. Praising, sometimes the child may take it to its head. Sometimes the child may start thinking, yeah, I am really like an Einstein, I am so great, I need not learn anything. So he will develop some negative behavior. So praising, the parents have to be very cautious about encouraging. Encouraging is different and praising is different. Then as we grow and then we see the vastness of this knowledge, then we become humble. And parents, again, it is the duty of the parents to see that the child is put in a proper environment. Put in a proper environment where he is challenged properly. Challenged in the sense his mind is activated. Mind is somewhat like a thing which is ready to ignite and which is ready to be activated. So that sort of ignition has to be there on the mind. So this is something, in fact, if we, in this context we can recall the very famous statement of Newton. Newton is supposed to be, at that time he was a legend at that time, because Newton's physics law, the laws of motion created great sensation at that time in the intellectual world. So, but he himself said, I am able to see more because I am standing on the shoulders of giants. I am like a pygmy standing on the shoulders of giants. So that is what Newton said. Newton himself was a great scientist, but he said, there are so many great scientists before me, and then I am taking advantage of all the learning which they have given to me, all the inputs which they have given to me, and I am able to see more. Suppose you are standing on the seashore, I am able to see more because there is a giant, and then I am standing on the shoulders of the giant, and then I am able to see more, a longer distance. So that is what a great man like Newton said. So this is what we have to see in this poem. And this poem is from the Bhartruhari's Subhashita. Bhartruhari, Bhartruhari is the philosopher king. I told about him. He was a king, he became a philosopher, he was also a man of great learning, he was a grammarian. He wrote very great books on the philosophy of grammar, which are very, very popular even now. It is read all over the world, not only in India. In fact, in India they are not read. His book called Vakyapadiyam is read in universities abroad. Universities in America, they read Vakyapadiyam. Our people, they have forgotten about it. Anyway, we will see the grammar here. Yada kinchignoham. Yada means when, at a time when. Kinchignaha aham. Kinchignaha. Kinchit plus gnaha becomes kinchignaha. Kinchit means a little. Gnaha. Gnya is the English word no, K-N-O-W, no. If you pronounce all the words without making that K and N silent, K and K silent, it is kno, isn't it? The kno is the same as gna, gnya. And you also have another word called gnostic in English, agnostic, gnostic, gnosticism. So those words are there. Gna is the same as our gna, jnana. They are cognate related words. Yada kinchignaha, when I was a man of little learning, aham means I, then gajaiva, like an elephant, madandhaha is mada plus andhaha, andha is blind, madandhaha is blind with pride, blind with arrogance, samabhavam, I became that. Then tada, at that time, sarvagyaha asmi, kinchignaha, that is a man of little learning, sarvagyaha means a man who knows everything, omniscient. Sarvajñosmiti, I am omniscient, I know everything. Iti avaliptam, abhavad avaliptam. Avaliptam means my mind became smeared. Mama manaha, my mind. Mana is mind. Avaliptam abhavat, that is my mind got smeared with that arrogance. It was filled with that arrogance. Then later what happened? Luckily for this gentleman, he came into the company of some good people. Yada kinchit, little by little. Kinchit, little by little. Buddha jana sakashat. Buddha jana. Buddha means learned person. Buddha jana is a learned person. Sakashat, from them. Avagatam, little by little I came to know. Then tada, at that time, murkhosmiti. Oh, I was a fool. I don't really know anything. Murkhosmi. Iti jvaraiva madaha me vyapagataha. My madaha, my arrogance, my pride, all that thing, it disappeared. Vyapagataha, it just disappeared. What type of jvara was it? What type of thing was it? It was like a jwara. Jwara means a disease. It is somewhat a big psychological syndrome. That syndrome which existed in him, that disappeared. So that is what the poet says. The poet, of course, is honest enough to say, instead of finding fault and saying in the case of a third person, he is saying in first person, saying that, thereby telling us that it is the experience of all the people. Most of us have this experience. So let us read this shloka again. Yada kinchignoham
यदा किञ्चिज्ञोऽहं
gajaiva madandhas samabhavam
गजैव मदान्धः समभवम्
kada sarvajñosmītyabhavad
तदा सर्वज्ञोऽस्मीत्यभवत्
avaliptam mama manah
अवलिप्तं मम मनः
yada kinchit kinchit
यदा किञ्चित् किञ्चित्
बुधजनसकाशादवगतम्
बुधजनसकाशादवगतं
तदा मूर्खोऽस्मीति
तदा मूर्खोऽस्मीति
ज्वर इव मदो मे व्यपगतः.
ज्वर इव मदो मे व्यपगतः.
Fine.